Thank you, everybody. I'd like to welcome everybody to our Zoom meeting tonight of the Lockport Township Board. I would like to start tonight with the Pledge of Allegiance, if I could. The Pledge of Allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, which stands one nation, under God, liberty, justice for all.
All right, thank you. I appreciate you all working with me on this Zoom meeting tonight. Start out tonight with a roll call.
Supervisor Alberico.
I'm here.
Trustee Barb Delaney. Trustee.
I'm here, sorry.
Trustee Bickus.
Here.
Trustee Karen Johnson.
I am here.
Trustee Dean Morelli.
Here.
And we have with us Highway Commissioner Jim Lausch, Assessor Mary Ann Williamson, our Collector Sherry Williams, our Attorney Gary Mueller, and I believe everybody is here.
And 3 attendees.
And 3 attendees.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you. Everybody should in their packet have the minutes of the last meeting of October 13th. I believe everybody should have gotten a corrected minutes for the road and bridge. So I do need a motion to pass the minutes.
I'll make a motion as the minutes can pass with the addendum done to them.
All right, I got a motion by Barb Delaney.
Second.
Second by Greg Bickus. Any questions of the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, thank you. You have the bills for the Highway Department of $78,522.08 this month. I do need a motion to pay the bills.
I'll make that motion to pay the bills.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney.
Second.
Second by, I didn't catch who did that.
Greg.
Greg? Okay, Greg. Any questions of the bills tonight?
Ron, I just have one question for Jim, if I could.
Sure.
The maintenance and service roads on Robson and McCameron done by Oxley Construction, was that sidewalks or was that part of the road and gutter, or what was that?
All sidewalks.
All sidewalk? Okay.
Yeah, as you probably know, the sidewalks are in real bad shape all through Monterey, and we're starting to address that a little at a time.
All right, thank you.
All right, any other questions of the bills? Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please? You're muted.
Alberico.
Yes.
Morelli.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Bickus.
Yes.
Delaney.
Yes.
All right, motion carries. Are there any citizens wishing to address the Highway Commissioner tonight? I do not hear anybody coming on, so I will move on to Mr. Lausch's Highway Commissioner's report.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Good evening to township officials and residents logging in to watch the meeting tonight. The Highway Department's taken proactive measures to accomplish our duties while staying in compliance with Governor Pritzker's executive order designed to keep government workers and residents safe. While all the responsibilities of the Highway Commissioner's Office are being met, our department, like many others, have been affected by the COVID-19, and we continue to operate accordingly. Our residents may call in with a report of problem, discuss issues and concerns, and report any obstruction, debris on any of the township roads. If in fact it's not a township road, we'll refer the matter to the appropriate city or state office and work to resolve these issues. The Highway Department is starting to transition into the fall and winter season now, although we've enjoyed some great weather recently. We're finalizing our winter road salt order, getting our trucks ready and inspected for the snow removal season, while working on our leaf pickup, checking our roads for debris, and addressing any reports of garbage, debris, potholes, and shoulder work. Additionally, Del Park Avenue curb and pavement project wrapped up today with the final layer of asphalt being laid down. And that's about all I got. If any residents have any questions, please call our office at 815-726-6056 and we'll respond promptly. Thank you.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. I have no other business.
Jim, I'm sorry, Jim, I do have a question, I'm sorry. I know you had a meeting with Mr. Horwath, and I know that I received some emails from him, and I just wondered how that meeting transpired and what was being done to help. I know he was at the last meeting. They had a lot of questions.
Yep, as many of you are aware, he's got several emails. We tried to address some of his concerns when he showed up last time. We reached out to him to have a one-on-one meeting, where we could have some of that data that he requested right at the meeting. But I think his main concern is the street light. And as I mentioned at the last meeting, we're working with the city of Joliet. One of the councilmen there, they've identified some funding, and I'm just trying to steer it in the direction of getting that existing pole, which exists on the city of Joliet side, lit. I talked to some of the other neighbors around that pole, and they're all in agreement that, yeah, it would be okay to, get lit up a little more. So we're working diligently and trying to resolve that issue.
All right, thank you. Any other questions for the Highway Commissioner here before we close the meeting?
Yeah, I might just have a real quick question, just to follow up with what, the clerk Mushrow had asked you, because obviously you know, Jim, that we've been included in the email transmissions as well. So basically, the emails that Mr. Hawthorne gave us a while back too, and I don't know if he forgot or he seemed to have a lot of things on his plate he wanted to talk about at the last meeting. One of them was basically the fact that your workers are going out and cutting private property in the township. He didn't seem to address the meeting because I know he was concerned with the light post, and I know one problem at a time. But so, can you respond to his accusations that you guys are going out on private property and cutting vacant land that they shouldn't be cutting, or?
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to call him in. And so I think there seems to be some confusion about a right-of-way and private property. I have no knowledge of anybody cutting any private property. I talked to our guys about it. I put a memo out in June when Mr. Horvath first brought it up, and he had specific areas on that email. So I got the guys in the truck, we went out, viewed those areas, and they were all right-of-way areas. So then I talked to Gary Mueller, to make sure we were all on the same page of the definition issue that he wanted to address was, why do we cut like a big intersection? As anybody who's aware of Fairmont, sometimes the cars can travel pretty fast there, and we like to widen out the intersections so you have good visibility. Again, I ran this by our attorney, and he said we're perfectly within our rights to keep those mode areas at the intersection.
Okay. So have you told Mr. Hawthorne everything you just said now to us?
I have. We reached out to him yesterday by phone and tried to have another meeting, schedule another meeting, which he did not respond yet. So
Okay.
I think this issue can best be resolved if we sit down to talk about it. Trading emails back and forth. I mean, basically the ones you get are copy and paste on the same issue, and we don't seem to be getting very far with that.
Okay. Okay, that's all I had, Ron.
All right, anybody else have any questions on that? Hearing none, if there's no other business with the highway, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion to adjourn.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney,
Second.
second by Greg Bickus. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you, board.
Okay, we'll move on to the general assistance meeting. Again, in your packet, you should have the minutes of the October 13th meeting. I do need a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney,
Second.
second by Karen Johnson. Any questions of the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, thank you. You have the bills of $3,790.39 for the month.
Excuse me, Ron.
Sorry, what?
There is a general public person with their hand up.
Okay, when we get to the citizens wishing to address the board here, we'll let them in.
Very good.
We have the bills of $3,790.39. I do need a motion to pay the bills.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney,
I'll second.
second by Karen Johnson. Any questions of the bills? Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Alberico,
Yes.
Bickus,
Yes.
Delaney,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
and Morelli.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. All right, now we'll go to citizens wishing to address the board. I will ask that citizen who has his hand up to be brought in. She is muted.
Ron, this is Delinda Herron. I was on my cell phone when it was time to speak with Jim Louch, but it looks like he's left the meeting, so I put in my question then. So I'll just hold it or send him an email.
So your question really was for the highway?
Yes, it was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we didn't see it at that point. I think Jim left. Yes. Looks like he
I
left.
can email him. I'll just email him in the morning.
Okay, that'd be fine. Thank you very much, though. Appreciate it. Any other citizens wishing to address the board? Seeing none, under general assistance, I don't believe I have any other business tonight. Everybody should have in their packets, I'm sorry, is the financial report this month. We had 5 new applications. 4 of them were not returned. 1 application was returned, and an application from a previous month. So we have 2 applications. Right now we have 1 on general assistance that didn't requalify, and we have 1 on emergency assistance. You also have in your packet your financial breakdown as to what was given out. I have no other business, so I would, unless anybody has a question, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion to adjourn.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney.
I'll second.
A second by Karen Johnson. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Hello. Please leave a message after
Ayes
the
have
tone.
it. Thank you. We'll move on to our senior. Agenda. All right. Again, in your minutes, you have in your packet, you should have your minutes of the October 13th meeting. I do need a motion to pass the minutes.
I'll make the motion.
I have a motion by Barb Delaney and a second by Karen Johnson. Any questions of the minutes? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. You have in for bills $39,507.95 this month. I would entertain a motion to pass the bills.
I'll make the motion to pass the bills.
I have a motion by Barb Delaney.
Second.
Second by Greg Pickus. Any questions of the bills tonight? Hearing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Alberico,
Yes.
Delaney,
Yes.
Morelli,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
and Bickus.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Motion carries. A couple of things I wanted to talk about under senior. First of all, since we didn't have our breakfast this year and we're not doing a lot of entertaining with the seniors, we have money that we budgeted this year, and we do still have a big call for shingle shots and for those lock boxes. So what I want to do, with your permission here tonight, is basically take some of that money and spend it on more lock boxes and shingle shots rather than not spend it. So I don't think we really have to have it on the agenda as a motion to transfer funds, but I just wanted to let you guys know that at the end of the year, when we're over line items, budget line items for shingle shots and lock boxes, we will be transferring those funds from breakfast and other areas that we haven't used. Is everybody comfortable with that?
Yeah.
On that. I was looking at the amount we paid for the single shots. I'm good with transferring the money to pay for them. But with the amount of money we pay, is there any way we can negotiate with Walgreens, CVS, for the amount of single shots we give that we get a lower rate to the township?
When we first did this, we did entertain that with them, and we did talk to them, and they, actually, we started out with Walgreens, and now we moved over to Osco. The situation, though, is when we first started the shingle shots, there was a one shot that everybody got, and it was, don't quote me on this, but it was like 70% or 60% effective. They have come since then to a two-shot system, which is 95% effective, so we're doing those now. So it is two shots, and it is more expensive. So that's why I think the prices are high. We can reach out to them and see if they'll negotiate a price though, which we do a lot of them.
Well, yeah, because if we cheaper rate, then we can get more shots.
Right. No, I agree 100%. I'd like to get them. And as you know, the system, the way it works is we only pay for what the insurance doesn't pay. So
Right.
Hopefully, the insurance pays a lot. So we can spread a lot more out there. But there are some insurances that don't cover it at all, and then we have to pick up the whole bill.
Do you know how many shots are given out, Ron? How many residents?
I have that information pretty readily available to me at the office, but I don't have it with me tonight. No.
Looks like this month we provided 109.
109.
Where do you get the information, Greg?
On the senior fund bills.
Yeah, Walgreens.
Shots? Okay.
It has.
Yeah. Crest Hill got 28.
Okay.
67 also at Jewel Osco.
Okay.
Correct.
So they have the option to go to two different places.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
We use on this side of the north side, or let me get my directions here right. On the Lockport side of the river, we use Jewel Osco. On the Crest Hill side and Romeoville side, we use Crest Hill's Walgreens.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and let us go a little bit over our line item prices on this, so we can get more shots done. Since we aren't going to be spending, the line items that are in here for the breakfasts and things like that, and veterans and stuff like that. So we can transfer the funds at the end of the year.
Ron, did you get a roundabout total as far as how much you were going to be able to transfer?
I believe we're allowed to transfer up to 10% of the line item.
Okay.
10% of the whole budget.
10% of the whole budget? Okay.
Correct.
All right. So that would give us a lot more shots. And a lot of it will go to the lock boxes too. They seem to be very popular in our area. The other thing I wanted to bring up really quick is our buses. We did have a situation. The buses are down for 2 weeks in a 14-day lockdown because of a COVID positive employee. That should come to an end at the end of this Friday. The buses will start up again on Monday. And I am going to, since the positivity rate is as high as it is, I'm going to limit the bus to very important or very limited people right now. Just doctor's appointments. I don't think we need to get a lot of grocery stores and stuff like that with the positivity rate as high as it is. Only one person on the bus at a time, and unless it's a situation like sometimes there's a situation with dialysis patients both going at the same time, we can get 2 people on the bus. That'd be the only exception. Other than that, I don't believe I have anything other in senior, unless anybody else has a question or comment. Hearing none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
I got a motion by Barb Delaney.
I'll second it.
And a second by Karen Johnson. Thank you. move on to the town fund. Again, you have your monthly minutes of the October 13th meeting. I do need a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll make that motion.
A motion by Barb Delaney,
I'll second.
second by Karen Johnson. Any questions of the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, thank you. You have the bills of $132,515.11 this month. I do need a motion to pay the bills.
I'll make a motion, we pay the bills.
I got a motion by Greg,
I'll second it.
a second by Karen Johnson. Thank you. Any questions of the bills?
Yeah, Ron, I just have one question on the first page of the bills. The 1, 2, 3, fifth item down, the healthcare service corp for hospital for $8,572.68. What is that bill for?
I believe that's health care insurance for our employees.
Okay, so it's not listed under Blue Cross Blue Shield.
There is no Blue Cross Blue Shield this month on here. I don't know why they changed the title of it. To be honest,
Okay, that's what just confused me.
yeah.
Okay, so that's for the
I've
employee.
seen it like this before, that's what it is, yeah.
Yeah, it's the health care insurance for the month.
Okay, all right.
Unless I find out different, I will let you know, but that's what I believe that is.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Any other questions of the bills?
I got one question for Denise. How much additional cost do you think were involved this year due to the increased early voting?
Denise, you are...
I'm not holding my space bar down. So we went about probably $1,200 over budget for Jessica's line item. So with the extra hours, and it looks like the part-time. And I want to thank the board, and it is in my report, for allocating that extra money and that part-time for those part-timers during early voting. So we are going to be okay in that line item.
Okay, I heard you guys did a great job. I've seen great remarks from Facebook and talking to people around town that you guys were up way above and beyond the other townships. So I'd like to give you an attaboy on that. Good job, Denise. And Jessica, I think she went above and beyond.
Yeah.
So the extra money that she paid, right, well worth it.
The staff was incredible, and we are only good as the staff that is behind us. So I commend them wholeheartedly for their hard work and determination, and I can't thank them enough. And I know the voters, as you know, we are a Will County voting site, so we all voters of Will County. So we had voters come from every township, and they were treated with the same respect and politeness as our Lockport Township voters were. So it was an unprecedented election, and the staff did an amazing job. So thank you, Greg.
And I don't want to repeat everything that everybody said, but again, Denise, you and your office are to be commended. Experiencing it firsthand, helping you out for the first week. And then I also worked on election day, and it was a difference of night and day. You ran such a clean ship. Everything was organized. Everybody felt safe and clean. Again, don't want to keep repeating what everybody is talking about, but I would also talk to my fellow board members and for Ron to even consider next time we do this, and I know this was an exceptionally large turnout for the presidential, I would really like to see, I guess, add into Denise's budget a little extra money, because she really could have used more help. I mean, myself and I know, trustee Morelli volunteered day when he was there. But we both seen it firsthand that she could have used the extra help, and I know her budget was probably short on that. So, because when I worked election day, we had 2 different precincts. We had 5 people at each precinct. We had 10 people in that building, and it worked out good. And I know Denise did not have anywhere near 10 people helping her out with the amount of people that came through our township. So, but again, Denise, good job.
Thank you, Barb. I actually, when they talk about being an essential worker, I really felt that the staff were essential workers during that 2-week period. For the most part, the crowd was very good. Whenever you have 7,638 people come through, you are going to get a few people that will not cooperate, and that's just going to happen. And but for the most part, everything was handled very well. There were very long lines, and sometimes you couldn't control the lines, but we did the best we could. So, thank you.
All right. Yeah, I too want to commend you. I was going to wait till the clerk's report, but since everybody's doing it, yeah, you did a wonderful job down there. It was, it went pretty smooth. I was here every day and watched, and it went relatively. I can't say enough for your staff and you and how the building worked out for us.
Thank you.
I think we're at the bills. Any other questions of the bills? Hearing none, I would ask for a roll call.
Alberico,
Yes.
Morelli,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Bickus,
Yes.
Delaney.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. You also have in your packet the bills for the water bills. This month is at $1,464.03. I do need a motion to pay those bills.
I'll make
Make
the
a motion to pay water bills.
I got a motion by Greg and a second by Barb Delaney. Any questions of those bills? Hearing none, can I have a roll call on that?
Alberico,
Yes.
Delaney,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Bickus,
Yes.
Morelli.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Thank you. Any citizens wishing to address the board here tonight for the town fund? And I see no hands coming up, so I will move on. And we have the assessor's report. Mary Ann?
Thank you, Ron. So, the assessor's office had 107 appeals this year for assessment for the Board of Review. The residential are completed and turned in. We're still working on our commercial and industrial appeals. We remain open to the public with the increase in the COVID cases in the area. We're encouraging anyone who needs to come in for exemption help or for other questions. We're encouraging you to make appointments, but we are taking walk-ins. But appointments seem to keep a little better control of how many people are in and out at any given time. So that's it. That's all I have for this evening.
All right, thank you very much. We'll move on to the clerk's report unless there's any questions for the assessor.
Well,
Denise?
actually,
Oh.
I'm not sure if it's for Ian or for you, Ron. When did you guys didn't have that bid opening yet, did you, for the RFP for the rebate?
Yes, we did, and I will get into that under new business.
Okay, that's fine.
Denise, your report tonight.
Thank you. I did say a little bit, but I'm going to read from my report, and then I just want to extend my heartfelt thanks for the incredible hard work that my staff endured during early voting. I was amazed by their stamina, politeness, and the dedication to each and every voter, making sure that their vote mattered. I'd also like to thank Michelle, Dawn, Barb Delaney, Dean Morelli, and Karen Johnson for chipping in when help was needed. Like I said, it was an unprecedented general election. We processed 7,638 voters during a 2-week period. Did extend those office hours, which I was very grateful for. We probably could have extended them more. But I want to, like I said, thank the board for allocating that extra money for the part-time help. It was greatly appreciated and needed. I did not anticipate the amount of help that was needed due to the COVID-19 guidelines. I know that Ron did receive, or the township received money from the county for expenses for COVID-19. The clerk's office was not giving any monetary amount for any expenses incurred due to COVID-19. Yet we still were able to stay within budget. So, with that being said, overall it was very long hours, but everybody did great. So, I want to talk about the caucus for the April 6, 2021 consolidated election. It'll be held on Tuesday, December 1st, 2020. Letters were sent out to each chairman of the party. The legal notice will be placed in the Joliet Herald News on Monday, November 16th, 2020 for publication. The last day to publish this legal notice is November 21st, 2020. I do want to ask our attorney, Gary, and I know that this is a political caucus, but yet, we do have to put that legal notice out as to the time and place of each political party's caucus where it's going to be held. Due to the phase 3 of the COVID-19, when we're only allowed 10 people for gatherings, I'm not sure if the state's going to come down with any guidelines. I did talk to the State Board of Elections today. They said to consult our attorney, the state's attorney, or the Attorney General. So I'm going to start with you, Gary.
Well, thanks. I'm going to have to defer to the Attorney General's office. I think that's probably going to be our easiest, fastest, and most reliable source.
Okay.
I am also presuming that the Attorney General's office is going to strongly encourage doing it by Zoom meeting. I'm not sure how the different parties are going to be able to organize that, but I'm sure that the state, through the Attorney General's office or some other source, is going to give us guidelines on how that can be accomplished. But I would strongly recommend that that be considered.
So the Attorney General would give us the guidelines? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. Because the State Board of Elections sent, they once it's in the election law, they can't change it. So, which makes sense. So, okay.
Just like Kwame Raoul's office would be the source for any updated information.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
And I will let, I guess the
chairs know.
The chairs know. Thank you.
All right,
I'd like to, I'm sorry. I just want to talk briefly about the I'm sorry. I just would like to talk briefly about the website, and I'd like to say that back in 2018, when the website was launched, we had a 3-hour training session with the clerk's office, the supervisor's office, and the highway department. And the employees were present. I just want to say the training session was to help individuals from each office to update material on their own web pages when needed. This is also stated in the minutes from November and December of 2018. I do want to say that we have received an A+ rating for being ADA compliant on the website, which I was very happy about. The last thing I have to say is the yearly monthly schedule for 2021 will need to be approved at the next board meeting. And Ron, I don't know if you're going to have a workshop, if we could do it there or at the December meeting.
All right. I will be talking a little bit about a workshop coming up. We can probably include that with that workshop. All right, moving on, any trustees' comments or suggestions tonight? Hearing none, we'll move on to the building report. I don't believe we put an actual building report into the packet today, but I will bring you up to date on a few things. We do have under there the approval to repair or replace the outside doors. I don't know if I'm quite ready to do that yet. We've been having issues, especially with the south doors. They keep on breaking down. We've had the same company come out. It's just about every month. I believe you have in your packet a list of, I believe the company is Atlas, from our town fund transaction list by vendor. They were out. We spent $3,545.50 to get those doors all checked out and put, new emergency push bars on them, and they were working. A month later, they had to come out in September. It cost us $195. They had to come out October, $195, and they came out this month at $195. I'm tired of putting Band-Aids on this thing. I think we have to do something. So I tried to get a couple of bids, tried to get 3 companies to come out and give us estimates on replacing the door. Of course, I can never get apples to apples, oranges to oranges. Every time somebody comes out, they give me something different. One company came out and said, you don't need to replace the doors. I can fix them. It's the same thing that Atlas said 4 months ago. They can fix them. You don't need to replace them. We fixed them, and every month somebody's coming out. So I'm going to ask the board, what do you want me to do? I mean, we can't. It's $195 a month to keep our door working. It's ridiculous.
Well, I just have a question. The company that you're paying to fix them, and obviously a month later you're having a problem with them, is it the same problem that they came out to fix?
It's the rods inside, that hook up into the locking system, locking mechanism.
Okay. So it's the same thing that's breaking.
It's not breaking. It's just getting unaligned.
Okay. So apparently they're not fixing it properly.
That's. I don't want to go back with this company, obviously.
Right. Mm-hmm. And that was who's been fixing it? Atlas, you said?
That's Atlas.
Okay.
I also have. I had S&J door come out. Now they come out and tell me, you don't have to replace the door. We can fix them. Then I'm getting to, do I trust them? Or do we get back? Am I throwing another Band-Aid on it? Am I going to, a month later, have to call somebody back because they can't fix it? So I'm kind of like in a between a rock and a hard spot here. If we, I was saying, let's just replace the doors are 25 years old. It's an old building. The doors are all the same age. My first thought was, what's it going to cost us to repair, just to get all brand new doors in this building and get them to work right once and for all? That's a little bit more expensive than I thought. As you can tell, there's a bid in here for the whole replacement of $34,000. Another company gave me a full replacement for, say, $27,000. So we'd have to go to bid, obviously, if we're going to replace the doors. So that's not where I want to go tonight with that, obviously. I think I'm going to, what I would like to do is just try to get bids again. I believe there's a bid upstairs that just came in tonight, and I forgot to grab that. And try to look at this. And obviously, the one door is the problem. The front door, we have issues with it once in a while. The north door, we have issues with it once in a while. It's mostly the weatherproofing. There's screws you got to put in and out. Sometimes that weather stripping wears out, comes out a little bit, and the door won't shut all the way. So then you have a door stuck open, and if nobody notices it, the door's open all day. Or, in the evening, somebody goes out, the last one out, has to turn around and check to make sure that door is shut all the way. we shouldn't have to have that issue. You know, these
And
are,
it's just the one door you said is the south door that's this major problem?
the south door is the major problem. So I'd like to get bids to replace just the south door completely at this point.
Why don't you do that? You want you start with that?
Unless you guys feel like I can throw another Band-Aid at it, and this one company swears they can fix it.
Ron, can I
And it's go ahead, Dean. Sorry.
Go ahead, Dean.
Okay, no, sorry. I actually spoke a little bit to Michelle the other day. You know, when I saw this on the agenda, and she did mention the south doors, and she said that the south door is not equipped with a fob yet, like the other doors are, and that a lot of the issue sometimes is the locking mechanism from everyone using the key. Is there a way to get a bid on putting the fob on that? Do you think that would have any bearing on fixing it, or would that just be another Band-Aid?
I think a fob system would work, but that's I think it would be pretty expensive. You'd have to run all the wiring and all the fob system in there. You have to get that would be through Quinlan.
Right.
What would I really like to do, and Mary Ann, this would be concerning your office a little bit, is get all the employees to park on the north end of the building and come in through the fob. So you fob in. I think what's happening with that south door is people are using the key to get in, and then they're locking it or unlocking it, and we're unaware, the maintenance is unaware, and then the doors are left open. They can't get them to lock. So it's a little bit of a misunderstanding, I think, too. We have a system in the building right now that the doors unlock by themselves and lock by themselves through the computer. The other thing I've been talking to the maintenance about, it's always hard to get change, but to get them in a routine of opening the doors with the key every day and locking it with the key every night so the doors are open. But as soon as somebody goes home early on maintenance a day, then it gets lost in the shuffle, I guess, So I don't know the real good answer.
Okay, well, I guess maybe if you could check on a price from our security as far as what it would be to
put a fob system in?
Fob that south door. And, if it's not too outrageous, maybe that'd be a place to start.
I could do that. I'd like to do that. I'd like to get at least 3 bids to completely change just the south doors, not all the doors. And like I said, I already have a couple of estimates on fixing that door, and I don't know if I want to go there again.
Yeah, Ron, I have a question. It's S&J that says they're sure they can fix the door, right?
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
Yeah, so if they are, I wonder if you could ask them if, say, in 3 months the door is still needing repair, how much of a credit would they give toward replacing it?
Some kind of a guarantee to it.
Yeah.
I don't want to put it in and a month later have to call them back.
Right. Yeah, so maybe if
I could do that.
give them 3 months to remedy it, or 2 months or whatever to confirm that it's fixed, and if not, will they give us a credit toward replacing it then?
All right, I guess I could try that. Is that what everybody feels like they would?
Yeah, I think that's a good suggestion Karen just made. Because we've been asked to do that many times in our line of work. How much of a guarantee are you giving? If it goes over the warranty, can we put a credit towards replacing it? So I would ask them that. The S&J door company.
I think the S&J to fix all three doors. And there's what S&J is, if you'll look at that quote, they're going to fix all 3 doors for $4,000, almost $5,000. They're going to also put on this auto sensor, which I guess there's an issue with when you push the handicap door thing, the door swings open. If the handicapped person isn't very fast and can't get through that door, the door shuts down while they're halfway through the door. This sensor would stop that from happening. So they're not
For
going to
which door? Because I know when I look
That
at
is for both the handicap, the front door and the north door. And
because I use the handicap button a lot for that early voting, and it didn't seem. I mean, the delay seemed to be fine for the people to come in.
Okay.
So,
yeah. I'm unaware of it. You know, it was just told to me that
right. Okay.
it does close on people. So,
I'll just have them check out the doors then.
yeah. Okay, I'll have them look at those doors. I'll get a quote, and we're not going to. Well, I guess I don't know. I have it on the agenda to vote. Why don't we vote to approve repairing the doors at this point? Would that be the right way?
I had a question still. Right. You said the DNS is the company that says they can definitely repair the doors, correct?
Yes.
Oh,
I thought it was
that's the same company as Atlas Door that was out and was unable to repair the doors, correct?
Wait a minute, you're confusing me. Atlas is the one that's been coming out and not getting it fixed.
Well, DNS Automatics, Inc., DBA, Atlas Door Repair.
Oh, they're doing business as
Okay, but this is S&J.
S&J.
Okay. Okay, so
S&J is the one I'm
you
talking
mentioned
about.
DNS was the company you were going to use.
S&J is the company that gave us the bids. They also gave us a bid, and this is something, I guess there's some doors in the assessor's office that are tight or they're not working right. So S&J gave us a quote on that for $575. I went up there and looked at them today. I think we can fix them. It's just got to get a palm sander and sand them down a little bit. So I would like to try that. I'm not going to spend $575 if I can put a sander on it and fix it. So we're going to try that first before we even go to this quote. If that doesn't work, I'll bring it back in December.
The other company that you got the bid to repair the doors is Doors Done Right. Is that comparable scope of work than S&J?
Yeah. $1,500 one. $1,150. That proposal furnish the following material: labor, equipment, and insurance that are necessary to follow the work specific to the project above. It really doesn't tell me what they're going to do. Adjust all margins, closures, weather stripping, raise panic devices to ADA height. Again, that's another thing I was unaware of. Atlanta came in and put these, what do you call them, panic devices on there, and they're not at the right level for ADA complicity. So this company is just basically raising those and putting a Band-Aid on it again. You know, just trying to play with weather stripping and stuff like that.
So what's that? What is J&S going to do that's different than them?
Well, in the bid,
because I don't have J&S bid with here.
Don't you? I think probably texted or emailed it to you today. Their scope of work for option 1, which is $4,850. Let me get this right. Is scope of work: the main entrance to install. It's the presence detector. That's that sensor I was talking about for so the doors don't close on people, on the automatic operator, and turn the hold open time of the doors to the minimum setting. Remove both doors and service the concealed vertical rods, and rehang both doors and adjust the hydraulic closures. Install surface applied weather seal to both doors. That's the front door. They're also going to do the north door, basically the same thing. And the south door, they're going to do install the presence detector on that, but that doesn't have an automatic operator, so they're not going to do that. Obviously, that's not a handicap door. Turn and hold I'll have to ask him about that. Now that I'm looking through this a little bit closer, the south door doesn't have a handicapped button on it. So there's none of that applies. But they are going to remove both doors and play with the rods, get the rods working again, hang the doors again, and adjust the hydraulic closures, and install the surface weather stripping. So they'll close, right? That's what S&J is going to do for $4,800. They're basically going to do all three doors, both the operating, the handicap buttons and all, except there's no handicap button on the third door. So
I think where we're at is we're looking to approve the repair of the doors at $4,800 and some change, and see if they can give us some type of guarantee or credit if doors need replaced after repairs.
Right. If they won't give us some kind of a guarantee or credit towards new doors at this point, then I'm kind of like, maybe we should get back together and talk about just replacing that side, that one door, the south door. I don't want to have them come back every 3 months or every month.
Right.
So,
and the bike company, they're out of Crystal Lake. It's going to be very difficult for them to come here if something goes wrong after they do their small repair. You know, at least the other two companies are local.
Yeah. I would just as soon go with this S&J.
Okay.
We'll call them, see if they'll work with us. If they're willing to work with us and trying to fix them, we'll go with it. If not, then we'll talk about next month replacing that south door. Everybody feel good with that? Then I would entertain a motion to approve to repair or replace outside doors. Pretty much to repair outside doors.
Well, I'll make the motion to approve the repair of, not replace. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Correct? Okay.
Right, but it's just written on the agenda as
the agenda. Okay.
Now we're just going to entertain the idea of repairing that door.
South door, correct?
South door. I do have a motion by Barb Delaney.
I'll second it.
Second by Karen Johnson. Any questions on that before we move forward?
I have one question. So, then, can we either verify that what the doors done right was going to do about the ADA height that S&J can do too if they're going to correct some things on the other doors as well?
Yeah, because S&J doesn't have it in their scope of work to raise those, do they?
No. I mean, they referred to AAADM standards. That may be the same thing, I'm just not sure.
Yeah, that's true. They do have that.
Working properly and meet, but they aren't talking about the height of the panic device, so I'm not sure if that's included or just the doors themselves.
When I talk to, when I have a maintenance guy talk to him, I'm going to tell him that we want the doors to be compliable to ADA and some kind of a guarantee for at least 3 months if they're going to work, and any kind of they'll put the money towards a new door if we should decide to go that route at the end.
Yeah, the repair of the south door.
Repair the south door.
Yeah. Yeah, and raise the height of the panic device.
Panic bars, right.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
All right, so I do have a motion by Barb Delaney. Did we get a second?
Yeah, I seconded it.
You seconded. Okay, Karen Johnson seconds it. Any other questions? Can I have a roll call, please?
Alberico,
Yes.
Delaney,
Yes.
Morelli, Vickers,
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
All right, motion carries. The other thing I wanted to talk about real quick in the building is there's been some discussion from the employees about maybe making the place look really nice for Christmas this year since everybody's been so depressed with the pandemic and everything. So we did get some quotes to put some extra lights up this year from a couple of different businesses. The one that I would kind of entertain would be the Color World company for $1,400. They're going to put lights on the upper peak of our building, put two big wreaths on the building. They'll put lights on the lower part of the canopy. They're going to put lights on the two trees up front, according to the quote. White lights in the tree and green on the what's the word I'm looking for? The regular tree, the bottom of the tree.
Trunk.
The trunk. Yeah, I'm sorry, because my mind's going. The trunk. So, first of all, I guess is I want to know if you guys feel it's necessary to do that. For $1,400, $1,500, I think it'd be worth it. The other quotes, there are other quotes in here I will tell you about. There's one for $3,293, which pretty much does everything I just mentioned, except they won't do those two big trees up front because I hope I didn't lose somebody. Are you still there?
We're still here.
Okay, my screen just changed. Okay. I don't see anybody or anything.
Well, Ron, the only question I would have, and I'm seeing what one of the bigger price differences is who's going to take down these lights. They don't seem like they're going to take them down, where the other companies look like they will take them down at the end of the season. Because they have to be a little bit of a job.
Right.
Let's leave them up all year, just saying.
We're in Lockport.
You know what? I didn't even see that on this quote. I would expect, we're hiring a company to put them up. They're going to take them down.
Right. But that might change their quote because the other ones, like one guy's charging $1,200 to take them down.
Yeah.
So,
Color World actually does have it in the email. They have to take down.
They have it in the email. Color World.
Yeah, on the back page there. Yeah, take down. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, that question's answered. Okay. Although I don't like white lights, I like color. Sorry. If you want to be sure.
Why don't we do this? We'll do white this year. Next year we'll do color.
Okay.
Because I quoted it as color or white lights this year. I guess first of all, is everybody okay with maybe hiring a company? Otherwise, we'll just do what we always do. We decorate inside the building as much as we can outside with what we're capable of doing.
Ron, I would probably just be for us doing it ourselves.
Okay. Anybody else have? Oh, there, I'm back on. Now I can see everybody again. I was getting a little worried. I felt lonely here.
I mean, for the amount of lights that they're putting up, I would have to, agree with what Dean had said. Again, I know you want the place to look cheery. I understand that. So, but I think just putting some lights on outside ourselves, probably not cost $1,460.
All right.
That's just my opinion.
All right. Karen, do you have an opinion?
Yeah, I can see both sides. I'm guessing that if they only did the trees because, where they needed to do the, have the lift truck, that might not be worth their while to come out with the equipment. And if we did the things that, we could, reach on our own, like the shrubs and around the windows. So I could go either way. It is nice to have a little bit more decoration, but I'm also just wanting to spend as least amount of money as possible, taxpayer dollars too. I wonder if we could check if they would just come out and do the trees and we would do the rest, or if that wouldn't be worth it for them monetarily to just come out and do the trees.
Now, the only issue with that would be we got to make the decision tonight because the next meeting is December. It's too late. Christmas is just about here. So.
Yeah.
Greg, do you have an opinion on this?
I know some guys that do Christmas lights. $1,400 is probably a pretty good deal for what you're getting for that amount of lights being put on with the lift. The only question I'd have for that company is, would the price be lower for next year? Because what they do is your first year you pay an upfront fee for them to go out and purchase lights, and then they reuse the same lights on your building the next year, and it's a reduced fee.
Yeah, I could definitely ask them.
But you know. I like Christmas light though. I would probably suggest to go spend the money and get some lights on the building.
I have to agree with you, Greg. I'm just, I'm kind of I like Christmas. I like to, and for the price, I think it's, it's only $1,400, $1,500 to make it look good. But it's a board decision. I don't, if you guys don't want to do it, it's not going to break my heart. We're gonna decorate the building as best we can with what we've been doing. So.
Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys know Dan Rakowski. I actually had him take a look at this, or I talked to him about this bid from Color World, and he seemed like it's a pretty good price. And he does Christmas lights for 200 some houses every year.
I thought it was a pretty good price, especially when I saw some of the one estimate was $5,000 from Mountain Landscaping. The other one was $3,000. I'm like, wow. I don't know if I'd want to do it for that kind of price either, but where is that thing? It's here it is. $1,460. I think that's reasonable.
Can I make a comment? I know I don't get to. I don't have a vote or anything. If I could just comment, the only thing I would say is, I think you can really see the difference between when lights are done professionally by a company and when they're done by, a homeowner or an individual. I think it shows in what they look like when it's done.
I have to agree. And, coming from you, being you're here every day in your office, basically, it's the employees are going to really, I think, enjoy it too, along with all the people coming in. It's really for, just to make the place look classy, like we care. You go by Central Square, it's beautiful what they do. But they have probably a 20, 30 member maintenance department that can do it. I have one guy that's over 60.
I think Central Square is professionally done because it's absolutely beautiful, but I don't know if we're going to reap the rewards because we leave at 4 and it's still light out. So we'll have to come by at night.
Right, yeah.
We have to work longer.
We'll put a night shift on. All right, why don't we just get to the point then, and if somebody wants to make a motion to go with Color World.
Go with the American Holiday Lights. Price. Oh no, I'm sorry, wrong company. Color World House Painting for $1,460.
Okay, I do have a motion.
I'll second it.
I got a second. Any other questions?
Ron, when it says fascia and gutter on their item list, does that mean obviously the building's got gutters on the east side, that lower gutter, is that what they're talking about?
I believe the lower gutter in the front and the fascia on the peak. I don't see the picture here, but they did have they have a picture in the front where, they're going to do that top peak. And then the front of the lower is, I believe, that's what I was instructed, I was told. All right, any other questions?
If we do approve this, can you ask them if they would give up the a recurring discount to reuse the same lights?
Sure, yeah, I'll ask them. Actually, Michelle is on this video. She's watching the meeting. I want to just tell her to remind me to ask these questions in the morning. Or Thursday. We're off tomorrow because of Veterans Day. All right. I have a motion and a second. Any other questions? And I would ask for a roll call.
Delaney,
I'm not going to be a Scrooge, so I'll say,
you'll say yes.
I'll
Morelli.
say, but ask questions that Greg did to make sure we get a discount next year.
Okay.
I guess I'll go to Ron because Dean's not answering. Alberico,
Yes.
Vickus,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Morelli.
No.
Okay. Motion carries. Other than that, on the building report, we're doing good. My office has been shut down again. Like I said, with the buses because of an employee coming positive. That's why we're doing a Zoom meeting tonight. And my office has been pretty much closed down, except for necessary emergency people that have to come in once in a great while. Other than that, bingo is still going on. They are going to have bingo tomorrow. We have talked to the Park District about this, having some discussions about the high positivity rate, whether it fits within the governor's rules and regulations. They've addressed it with their insurance companies and talked about it. And they feel because they're a fitness center and they're exempt, that they can still go ahead with it. So I said tomorrow they can go ahead and have bingo because our building is closed and they're just going to be here by themselves. And we'll discuss it until Friday. See what happens. It might be all closed up by Friday anyway. So, but as it is, they still want to continue the bingo. I have nothing else on the building. The next would be under new business. I want to put together a workshop this month, either on next Tuesday or the following Tuesday, if that's okay. Or if it's not, we could try to maybe put something together another night, but Tuesdays seem to work. It's going to be for the tax levy. We have to pass the levy next month in December. We'll go through the meeting with Dave again, and he'll explain what this year brings with the tax levy. But what would work? How does people feel about next Tuesday?
Well, that depends if you're having it at night, because next Tuesday is the TOI. Remember, we're doing the...
Yeah.
So if it's at night, that'd be fine, I guess.
It would be, actually, yeah. Yeah, it would be in the evening, 6:30.
Okay.
Next Tuesday, okay?
Works for me.
I may not be back in town yet, but
Would the following Tuesday work better for everybody? That would be the 24th.
I'm okay with you.
Dean, are you okay with either night?
Yes.
Okay. Well, why don't we do it the 24th then, so Greg can be at it.
thank you.
Set it up with Dave.
Well, it may again be a Zoom meeting, depending on what happens. With
More than likely, yeah. Depending on, Otherwise, we'll play it by ear, but by the 24th, I don't think we'll be out of the woods yet. So we plan on putting a Zoom meeting together for that night. Dave will be on to explain, and we'll also put on that agenda. Denise, you wanted to talk about the meetings of the next year's meeting schedule. So.
Yes, it has to be board approved and put it in the newspaper.
Right. I'm aware. The other thing I wanted to talk about, usually on November's meeting, on the agenda, we have to pass the or we talk about it and pass the dial-a-ride contract that we do every year with Dial-a-Ride. It does our handicapped younger people in the area. I did not get the paperwork this year on it until today, so I will put it on for next month. I will, it does fit. We have to have it in by the 16th. I think our meeting is the 10th, so if we approve it, I'll send it in the next day. The RFP, I wanted to talk about that. We did have a bid opening on, I think it was November 4th, I think it was. Nobody showed. We have nobody that wants to do this for us. So, here's what I'm going to suggest. I'm going to put it in the paper. I'm going to ask our clerk to, again, put it in the paper. We'll change the dates to, we'll start at the 16th, and we'll open up on December 4th. I think it is, I'm sorry, December 2nd. It'd be the Wednesday before our meeting. I will give her that information. I just want to check. I don't have it down here with me. I believe it'll be the opening will be Wednesday the 2nd. If nobody puts in for that, then I think the only thing left we can do is do it in-house. To do it in-house, I've been doing some research on it. We would have to, it's going to be over close to 20,000 checks that have to be written, signed, put in envelopes, stamped, and sent out. I would like to, I'll put it on the agenda on the 10th of next month to give permission to hire maybe 3 or 4. I'll do the research, see what we need, temporary people to come in and help us. And hopefully we can do it. If we can get 1,000 checks out a day, that would give us 20 days to get it done in the check.
Hey, Ryan,
sure.
if you would like for me to give you a suggestion of a company, because we just experienced this with something we did, there is a company that will stuff the envelopes, mail the envelopes with the list of all the people and the postage on it, because it's going to be a bulk mailing right in New Lenox.
That's not the biggest part of the problem. The biggest problem is writing the checks.
Okay.
I'm doing some research. I'm talking to different people in our office and our accountant, and we may be able to get a program put together where it'll be on a spreadsheet and be able to just plug it into the computer, and the computer will print out all these checks in QuickBooks. Problem is, it has to go into QuickBooks, and they have their own system set up, so we may have to manually put in everybody's name and the amount of check. That's going to take a long time.
Ron, have you talked to the mayor of Crest Hill? Because Crest Hill has done this kind of rebate in the past few years. Have you?
Right. We know the company that did it, and they didn't bid for it. Nobody came out. This time I'd like to send an email out to every bank, this company that we're talking about, or anybody else we can think of, so we can reach out. Hopefully, the easiest way to do this is somebody puts a bid in, and we hire them and get it done. Otherwise, I don't know, we're going to have to do it in-house, because we want to do it.
Can you hire a temp service to do it? There's so many temp services.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about, a temp service. Just 3 or 4 temp service come in, they do it. They're not full-time employees. They work for the temp company, basically. We just, do it that way. So that's my thought on how we're going to get this done. Like I said, there's nothing on the agenda to vote on this. I'm just giving you what I'm thinking and what our ideas. And if you guys come up with any idea, if you think about it overnight or two, and you come up with an idea that might be easier, I'm just trying to get these checks out to our residents.
Yeah, Ron, I wonder if we can have a conversation with our bank on what kind of checks we might be able to order from them, if they have them in 3 to a sheet or more that we can run through a regular printer, or just see what they offer for that kind of, if we want to issue large quantity, yeah?
My thought was we order our checks through Allegro. It's a printing company here. We can order 20,000 checks and have the signatures already on them. Denise's signature, my signature on the thing, so we don't have to sign 20,000 checks. Just have them all printed, and those are the checks we'll put into the printing machine, and they'll print out. The thing is getting the amount and who it goes to into the QuickBooks, the easiest way. I have talked to our accountant company, the lady that does all the QuickBook work. She's a wizard at it. She says she might be able to come up with some magic to get that done. So.
And also, what might help, depending on how the checks are, if they can go through a regular printer, you know, if we're getting a data dump from Will County in a spreadsheet form, you know, it's kind of, we can just set up a simple Word template and do a merge file, just like a merge letter. So, if the QuickBooks...
Talking to me about this.
Yeah.
I don't understand that stuff, but yeah, no. You know
yeah,
what?
just like you'd send out, you know, a letter to a number of people, you know, so I could help with that, to orchestrate that. I've done that in different situations, but again, it would need a coordination of the paper product you're going to print on, and you know, what kind of printer we'll use and whatever, and it's possible the bank might, you know, because they do automatic payments or whatever, we might be able to give them a spreadsheet and have them generate them.
Well, what the RFP said that nobody bid on was basically we're going to give whoever does it, a bank or whatever company, a spreadsheet with all the names and the price that they get. And they're going to, you know, they're going to do exactly what, you know, you had just said that we could do, basically.
Yeah. So maybe we should contact our bank.
Yeah.
And whoever does it for Crest Hill and ask them if they would please respond to the RFP.
That's right. Well, that's what I'm going to do. This time when we send the RFP out, I'm going to reach out to people, see if they'll... Because the easiest way for me is to have somebody, you know, to bid on it. And we'll open the bid and give it the lowest bidder. But if I'm just saying, if nobody bids on it, we're going to go... I'm going to try the bid first. If nobody bids on it, not for it, it'd be the 2nd, December 2nd, and then the 10th, that meeting, or the 8th, I'm sorry, our meeting's down, the 8th, we will, I'll ask for approval to go with a temp company and get whatever computers we need, and between then and now, Karen will talk about it, and we'll try to come up with the best plan.
Yeah, because I think we can do something automated. It's
yeah, I think we can too. Just, I don't know, I don't have the technology or the brain to figure that out, technology and that. But I'm sure somebody does, and we'll get somebody to get all that done for us.
Yeah.
So, well, that's where we're at on that. Other than that, the only other thing I wanted to talk to everybody about is Christmas in the Square is coming up. It's going to be, this year it's going to be different because of the COVID thing. We're not going to have the big Saturday after Thanksgiving Day. It's going to be a virtual tree lighting. We're going to light the tree. I think the tree is going to be lit on that Saturday still, but it's the little trees that the decorating contest that we were originally talked about putting them along outside this year, along the sidewalk on Central Square. It's been discussed a few times. I thought that's the way we were going to do it. They did have a change of heart last week, and they're going to do it in the gym at Central Square. And the building's going to be open, normal building hours, from that Saturday all the way through December 6th, I believe. So anytime, you know, so nobody's all there at the same time. The building's going to be open. You can come on your leisure, walk through that gym, look at the trees. You can vote on your favorite tree, and then we'll give out the award for the best tree. And all trees will continue to be displayed until the end of voting. Voting will take place on November 28th. And the 26th, I believe, is when we're going to take the trees down and give them to the needy families. So I'm not sure I'm real comfortable with having it in the gym, but I do understand understand they're worried about the weather on the trees and, getting beat up in snow and rain. And so that's what we're going to do and see if it works this year. But we aren't going to have a big tree lighting, so we won't have to all be there, like we usually do on that Saturday. So other than that, I don't believe I have anything else.
Ron, sorry. I think everybody received that email about the health clinic for the hearing today. So I just wanted to make sure that our audience and our residents know that Will County Community Health Center will be having a hearing loss opening at the health clinic. And the clinic will be located on Joliet at 1106 Neal Avenue, and appointments can be made by calling 630-321-3555. And I'll give this to Chris so she can put it up on the board. And this is, they take Medicare patients, and they do supply hearing aids. So for people that can't afford it. So I think that's a pretty good thing for people to know.
Oh, thank you for that information. I appreciate you bringing that up to us. Is there anything else? I want to thank, I want to wish everybody and all our veterans out there for tomorrow's Veterans Day. We can't say enough for our veterans, what they did for us and what they're doing for us now. So I do want to wish everybody a happy Veterans Day, and I also want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving coming up in a couple of weeks, and everybody stay safe. I know the virus is getting out of hand, and stay safe, and hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks, Ryan. Same to everybody else. Gary on the beach.
Yeah.
All right, other than that, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
I saw your mouth at Barb, but I didn't hear you.
I make that.
Okay, I do get a motion by Barb Delaney,
Second.
second by Greg Pickus. Any questions of the motion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful evening, and